How are things, Mick?
Good. Couldn't be any better.
That's good.
Living the dream.
Well, that's a good thing. You're off to a good start at the weekend in Oldcastle with two 4-year-old winners.
Yeah, fabulous start. We said during the week that if we got one, it'd be fabulous to get started. It was unbelievable for two. The syndicate boys, they had a great buzz out of it from Kilkenny. Liam and Andrew McCarthy, was fabulous for them. The other horse was my own. I'm in shares with a chap from the North, Pat Mackinnon. Sure.
That's American Legacy.
Yeah, American Legacy.
Where did you buy him, Mick?
Bought him in Doncaster as a yearling. I had a horse called Cush Farry, which was in his second dam, which won a grade 2 there for Paul Webber. He won a 4-year-old for us in Monk's Grange, first time up. That sort of drew me to the pedigree. He's a beautiful looking horse. We bought him very reasonable on the day off Trevor Hewitt, and it was fabulous when we got him. And all along from the start, we loved him. Going up, Shane, I was in a little bit about running him, I'll be honest. Shane said, which you would with your first couple of horses, but to be fair, Shane said that whatever beats his horse win, he didn't think he could be beaten in it. I was just a little bit worried about fitness, which you would run in the first couple. But it's obviously it worked out for us.
Yeah, he was an impressive winner in the end.
He's a good horse. He had high cruising speed. He's probably one of the best horses you'll ever see to jump.
He's by Scirocco.
Scirocco, yeah, very good sire. We've been lucky with the sire. We saw the horse there in the March sale. He's gone to Henderson's, put to Corlius or some queer name. But he's a lovely horse, and I'd say he's going to want to do plenty of things as well.
And how many do you have in total here now, Mick?
We've probably, I'd say 8 or 10 3-year-olds gone out, so there's probably, I'd say 40 in at the minute. That would be breakers, probably 25 to 30 4-year-olds and an odd 5-year-old. Hopefully the couple we ran the weekend will go on to new homes, in future. Last
season you done well with some nice 4-year-olds that you moved on, and do you have many nice ones left over from last season?
I would, yeah. Like we only ran a couple last year. Like there's a Yates filly out of a black type mare, looks a savage mare.
Seen her on the gallop this morning. She's lovely, isn't she?
She's beautiful. She does everything well. She ticks all the boxes. There's a Mustamy horse down below.
The one that took my eye was a Westerner horse that Sinead was riding on the gallop there this morning.
Yeah, he came out with Doncaster. He's typical Westerner. He's relentless. In fairness, Sinead is doting about him, so he's a lovely horse. There's a Jetaway there, a gorgeous horse. There's a famous.
That was the horse Shane was on, the black horse. He's a fine horse, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a fine horse. He goes really well. There's a Fame and Glory there, is a beautiful horse. So we've plenty. There's a horse entered the weekend, a leading Swoop, a leading light horse. He goes exceptionally well.
Okay.
So we have, gauging off our horses the weekend that we ran, we have a beautiful bunch of 4-year-olds to run.
And obviously we need the rain. A bit of rain would be helpful now for this week for Nacarn's on Saturday and Monk's Grange, the local one, is on Sunday. If the rain comes, you'll hope to have a few runners, will you?
Yeah, I've entered 4 or 5 there this morning. Look, we'd all love to have a winner in the local and Monk's Grange. Like, we go to school in there in Benz. It's a fabulous track. He's done a fabulous job on it. And like last weekend we went to Oldcastle and the ground was yielding to soft, and the ground conditions were, for this time of year, were unbelievable. It's the only way I'll describe them. And the way the point was run with the different the restrictions that are in place and everything else, it's just savage when you can see things can progress the way they are.
Yeah.
I was the social distancing thing, wearing a mask. I know it's not natural for us to do those things, but everybody followed suit. Everybody done it.
I was ran very well. Both meetings.
Unbelievable. Hats off to the meat hunt. Hats off to anyone who was involved. And I believe I wasn't in Ballingarry, but I believe Ballingarry was something similar.
Well, it's fantastic. Both meetings.
It's great to have point and back. Like, we're like kids getting up to go back to school, waiting for the point and come, and eventually it's here, and it's just wonderful when we actually get a winner. To get 2 is the dream come true.
Yeah, and you're bringing a few off to the beach there this morning. It's a very popular thing down here in Wexford, isn't it?
Yeah, like I have a couple entered there to run. We normally go Tuesday then when they're entered to run. Go down, you see, you'll know coming off the beach if they're fit enough and if they're ready to go. It's good to get them out of the yard. It's good for the old horse's head. Just even like the 3-year-olds there, we bring them down to the beach, we'd run up and down sand dunes, we'd go into the sea with them. We don't necessarily have to gallop them on the beach, it's just to keep their old heads right and keep things flowing with them, keep them in good old form.
And your own gallop here then? It's a circular gallop that leads onto a straight gallop?
Yes, circular gallop, small circular gallop. We've the sand really deep on it. We don't work very hard. 95% of it is slow work. And it's just it's a slow, it'll probably take us a little bit longer to get them fit because we're doing everything slow, and it's just a slow gradual build up. Like we brought ours in the 1st of June, which is exceptionally early, but we had them gone out early March, so they had a good old break. And when they come back in, they start back at usual story, warming them down and getting their teeth done and everything else, and in the first week, and so like to be in and out then for a while. So they're after having a good break, and in fairness, the horses are in very good nick at the minute. Yeah,
tell us a little bit about this horse. I know you're very fond of this horse.
Yeah, this is a Malines horse. He's absolutely beautiful. He came out of Doncaster. I don't know what his name is.
You all say the same, do you know that?
It's the only Malines I have, but I think it's a really nice horse. It's a beautiful horse. Think I'll have him, and hopefully he'll run down the next probably 3 weeks time before he run. But I love him. He's lovely.
Good.
He's
The double
enough I can ride him.
Oh, that's good. The double you had at the weekend, both ridden by Shane. He's now rode 51 winners.
Yeah.
He does a great job, and he's a big asset to you.
He wouldn't operate without him, sure. Like the like of lads like him are hard got. Just the feedback you get from him, like you go out in a race and you don't really have to say a whole lot. He knows the horse is inside out, and I think it means an awful difference when somebody can do that.
Yeah. He's here every day as well, so he's riding all the horses.
He's here in body. He's here in body anyway. You sleep a lot of times as well now. But like we've Bertie there full time. Bertie's only a young lad. He's coming along and he's a major asset there. He's going to eventually take out his licence there, hopefully there in January or February. Sinead is there full time, and sure the yard wouldn't operate without Sinead. She came down from Scobie. Unfortunately for us, she's going back to college because we really will miss her now. You know, and we've lads coming in then, like Tiernam's coming in there today, Simon Kavanagh, you know, the lads are coming in there and they'll be tipping away. John O'Neill will come in as well, and like Liam was in here, Liam Gelligan yesterday there as well. So, like, good riders will make good horses. It's as simple as that.
Listen, Mick, thanks very much for having me this morning. Well done at the weekend, and very best of luck in Monk's Grange and for the rest of the season.
Absolutely super, appreciate it. Thank you very much for that. Thank you.